February 24th, 1978. 5 men drove into the mountains of Northern California. They were happy. They were laughing. They never came home. Their car was found 5 days later, parked perfectly, gas tank full, doors locked. But the men were gone. What happened in those mountains has no explanation. Their names were Ted Weiher, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, and Matthias Munn, who was known as Matt to his friends. They were not explorers. They were not soldiers. They were 5 friends, all with mild intellectual disabilities. Ted Weiher was shy. He lived with his mother. He loved reading. He trusted people completely, sometimes too much. Jack Madruga loved cars. He owned a 1961 Chevrolet, the same car they drove that night. He kept it clean, polished, perfect. He would never abandon it without reason. Bill Sterling was gentle. Friends described him as kind, quiet, and loyal. He worked at a sheltered workshop. He never argued. He never raised his voice. Jack Hewitt was only 24 years old. He was shy like Ted. He loved his family. His father searched the forest for months after, never giving up, never finding him alive. Matthias Munn was quiet. He was called Matt by those who knew him. He rarely spoke, but when he did, people listened. He had a calm presence, the kind that made others feel safe. They had the hearts of children. They trusted everyone. They would never hurt anyone. And someone or something led them into the forest. On February 24th, 1978, the 5 men drove 50 miles to Chico, California to watch a college basketball game. They bought snacks. They cheered. Witnesses saw them laughing. After the game, around 10 p.m., they began driving home. That was the last time anyone saw Ted Weiher, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, and Matthias Munn alive. 5 days passed. No calls. No signs. Their families knew something was wrong. On March 1st, a forest ranger found their car. It was parked on a remote mountain road in the Plumas National Forest, a road that had been closed for winter. The car had gas, nearly a full tank. The engine could start. The heater could work. They could have driven out. But Ted Weiher, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, and Matthias Munn did not. Around the car, the snow was almost undisturbed. No footprints leading away. It was as if the 5 men had vanished into thin air. Search parties scoured the forest for weeks. They found nothing. No bodies. No clothes. No signs of Ted Weiher, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, or Matthias Munn. The families waited and waited. 3 months passed. Mothers stared at silent telephones. Fathers walked to the door every time a car passed. Every knock was hope. Every silence was grief. 3 months of winter. 3 months of snow covering every trace. 3 months of not knowing. On June 4th, 1978, more than 3 months after they disappeared, a hunter made a discovery. He found the body of Matthias Matt Munn. Matthias Munn was lying in the snow, 11 miles from the car. His cause of death was never determined. No wounds. No straggled. Just stopped. He was the first. Near Matthias Munn's body, search teams found something even stranger. A Forest Service trailer, used by road crews in summer, abandoned in winter. Inside, they found Ted Weiher. Ted Weiher was lying on a bed. The trailer had everything a man needed to survive. Canned food on the shelves, unopened. A propane heater, unused. Matches, untouched. Blankets, folded. Ted Weiher died of starvation and hypothermia. He was surrounded by food. He had warmth at his fingertips. He chose nothing. What could make a man starve while sitting next to food? What could make him freeze while holding matches? The investigators had no answers. Ted Weiher's watch had stopped at 10:45. They never knew if it was a.m. or p.m., night or day. He died alone, in silence, surrounded by everything he needed to live. The remaining 3 men, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, and Jack Hewitt, were found nearby, scattered across the forest. Jack Madruga, the driver. Bill Sterling. Jack Hewitt. Their bodies showed no clear cause of death. Bill Sterling's shoes were found near the car, neatly placed. Bill Sterling had walked into the snow without them. The 5 men, Ted Weiher, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, and Matthias Munn had left the car, a warm, working vehicle with gas, to walk into a frozen forest. And they never came back. What happened that night? Some say they got lost. But why leave the car? Some say foul play. But no evidence of other people was ever found. Some say hypothermia caused confusion. But Ted Weiher was inside a trailer. With food. With heat. Some say something else. Something in the forest. Something that made them run. Each theory solves one piece of the puzzle and shatters another. The FBI investigated. The sheriff's department investigated. Decades passed. No one has ever explained why 5 men left a working car in the snow, and why Ted Weiher chose to die while holding the means to live. What makes a man starve with food beside him? What makes a man freeze with matches in his hand? What makes 5 men, Ted Weiher, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, and Matthias Munn, leave safety and walk into the unknown? The Yuba County Five did not die in a storm. They did not die from cold. Ted Weiher died because he chose not to eat, not to light the heater, not to live. The question is not how they died. The question is, why did they stop living? Ted Weiher, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, Matthias Munn. Not what took them, but what made them leave. Some mysteries never leave you. If this one didn't, share it, subscribe, and keep asking why.